getting effective migraine treatment can be life-changing. Imagine going from debilitating pain to feeling like yourself again. But when you need prior authorization for a medication like Sumatriptan, it can feel like an uphill battle, especially with Medicare-based providers like WellCare. I know how frustrating this process can be, but you are not alone. Today, I want to share a real-life story about how I helped someone navigate the prior authorization process for Sumatriptan with WellCare Medicare. Let's walk through this journey together, step by step, so you can feel empowered to tackle it yourself. WellCare Medicare is here to help people, but sometimes it feels like their requirements are endless, especially when it comes to important medications like Sumatriptan. Sumatriptan is a powerful drug that provides real relief for those living with migraines. But to get it approved, you need to prove to WellCare that it's not just necessary, but the right choice for you. This means gathering documents, explaining past treatments, and showing why this is your best option. It might seem overwhelming, but I promise there's a path forward. Sumatriptan is a game-changer for acute migraine relief. If you've experienced that throbbing pain, the nausea, the sensitivity to light, it can take everything away from you. Sumatriptan helps stop that pain by narrowing blood vessels around the brain and reducing those headache-causing substances. It's powerful and it works. That's why it's so important for people to have access to it, even though insurers require a lot of proof. Now, let's get into the process of submitting a prior authorization. This was how I managed to get WellCare's approval for Sumatriptan. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Step 1, I started with 𝗪𝗵𝗁. If you've never heard of it, it's a secure online platform that makes submitting prior authorization requests a lot simpler. It's like having a little extra support during a tough process. I entered the patient's details, everything from their name to their insurance info, making sure it was accurate because every detail matters. Next, I filled out WellCare's electronic prior authorization form. This part can feel technical, but it's crucial. I made sure to include the prescriber's details and specifics about Sumatriptan 100MG for migraines. Getting it right, down to the ICD code, G43.001, which means migraine without aura, not intractable, was so important. This is what helps WellCare understand the patient's needs. WellCare also needed to know why Sumatriptan was the right choice. This patient had tried other medications, but they didn't work well. Sumatriptan was different. It provided real relief, fewer side effects, and worked well with their other treatments. Sometimes, the why behind a medication is the most powerful story you can tell, and in this case, it made all the difference. Once everything was ready, I submitted the request. The waiting part can be the hardest. After sending it through 𝗪𝗪𝗁, we received confirmation that WellCare had it and was processing it. Typically, WellCare takes about 72 hours to review these requests, but knowing it was in progress gave us hope. And so what did we learn from this? First, documentation is everything. I can't stress this enough. Be thorough, be specific, and tell the full story. Include everything about the patient's history and why Sumatriptan is needed. It can feel like a lot, but it's worth it. Second, use digital tools to your advantage. 𝗪𝗪𝗁 really made a difference here. It saved us time and kept everything organized. And finally, make sure your story is clear. If Sumatriptan is what works for your patient, make that crystal clear. Your voice matters in this process, and your advocacy can make all the difference. Navigating prior authorizations for medications like Sumatriptan can feel daunting. But remember, it's possible. You can do this, and you're not alone. With careful preparation, the right tools, and a clear story, you can get the treatment you need. If you need help simplifying the prior authorization process, consider reaching out to Staffingly, Inc. We're here to support you, taking care of the complexities so you can focus on what truly matters, your patients and their care. Contact us at support@staffingly.com or visit staffingly.com to learn more. Let us take this journey with you, so you can be there for those who need you most.
If you are looking for outsourcing services, schedule a demo today by visiting www.staffingly.com or emailing us at support@staffingly.com or call us on the number 1-800-489-5877.